back on the road this week after the international window. How have the boys come back from the break? Are they looking good, looking fired up for the big game?
Yeah, the break was nice for us. An opportunity to regroup, recover anyone that needs to recover, and work on things that we need to address. And it's been a great little period now since the last match, and we go from one derby to another.
After a great win at Perth, had a tough result in the derby. I guess sort of looking back at that now, we've got a week to sort of look over it. What were the sort of key takeaways? So I guess what sort of went well?
Yeah, look, for us there was a lot of positives. It's probably our best performance for the period of time that we performed so well over the length of a match. So the most disappointing part was the result, but performance-wise, more performances like that are definitely going to bring us 3 points. And in the end, there was little details and small moments, just to improve in both boxes, just to have that killer instinct and killer mentality in the front third, and obviously when we're defending our box. But in between that, on review of that, some of the football was very dominant, and the football we want to play. And in the end, we didn't get the result, but that's fine. Performances like that are the key, and we go again.
The stats definitely back that up with more territory, more possession, more shots, more execution, everything basically. Apart from the scoreline, I guess, what is the key moments? Like what is lacking, I guess, in those final moments? Just put the ball back.
Yeah, it's now about marrying performance and outcome, and sometimes that comes down to mentality. Sometimes that comes down to just being clinical. And in the end, we didn't score. Although we conceded, we didn't score, and that's a key for us. We need to score goals, and when you're creating as many opportunities as we're creating, you need outcomes, and that's really important for us to address that, to be more clinical in front of goals. And as always, you want to keep clean sheets, but you can't always. But for us, it's about scoring goals. Playing that football and rewarding that football, because if you don't, then you're always vulnerable to be on the end of a result like that.
One of the positives for every Victory fan was Juan Mata, starting second consecutive game, played it from 90, was probably a standout, I'd say. How happy would you be with his sort of transition into the side, and I guess fitness, being able to play a whole game like that?
Yeah, it was great to see Juan get through 90 minutes. It's probably been a while since he's done that. And again, he showed his quality, physically to be able to do that, but more importantly, he showed his quality on the ball and on the park. And he'll continue to grow and get better and better with each match. And like our team, we'll continue to grow and get better. And it's important, like we said, that we're ready for this Saturday night, and we'll be able to marry performance and outcome.
And coming up against probably one of if not the most informed side in the league, Sydney, top scorers, currently second. They've got 3 wins in a row now. What have you sort of identified about them, how they attack, how they create so many chances, and how you're going to look to almost combat that? Yeah,
they've got some really talented footballers. They've got defensively they're very, very experienced, and they've got a lot of experience across the park. And they're a good side, but like every team in this league, on the day anything can happen. And although we respect them and we know their quality, we're going there. We've got a job to do, and we've got to focus on ourselves. And they're the opponent for this week that we take very seriously, like we do all our opponents, and respect. And it's important for us to go there and put our best foot forward, play the football we want to play in their backyard, and come away with something.
The last time we met them, we beat them 2-0 right here. It's a very good performance, very clinical performance. I guess, can you almost use that sort of performance as a bit of a blueprint for how you want to approach this one over in Leica?
Yeah, that was discipline back then, but again, that was a long time ago now, and it's about us building from last week's performance and the good block of training that we've had since then, and going out there and going again and being the team that we want to be, which is an aggressive team, a dominant team. And in the end, like I said, it's about performance plus outcome. And sometimes performance is not enough, as we well know. So it's about then finding a way that when you perform so well that you don't come away with the game with nothing. And that's part of the process looking forward for this week.
Wrapping up on the injury front, is there any players we can sort of expect any updates on unavailable players at the moment?
Yeah, Louis trained the full week and looking really good. Nish is completed the week as well. So Nish is probably touch and go. Louis fit to travel, so that's pleasing for us. And we look forward to him joining the squad, and hopefully Nish also.